Welcome, everyone. Let's dive right in. So, when we talk about the quarterback debate, it's clear that Patrick Mahomes' surgical accuracy stands out, right? His completion percentage sits at 66.5% compared to Allen's 62.7%. His
Mm-hmm.
ability to dissect defenses is almost like a work of art.
That's true. But um we can't overlook Josh Allen's raw talent. His cannon arm is legendary. He's launching 70-yard bombs with ease, which is something Mahomes, as impressive as his accuracy is, doesn't do
Yeah,
as consistently.
right. But speaking of accuracy, it's not just about throwing deep. Mahomes' play design wizardry, um, his ability to adjust on the fly, and his partnership with Andy Reid have brought him 2 MVP awards and 3 Super Bowl rings. It's like the pinnacle of efficiency.
Mm-hmm. Sure, his numbers are stellar, but let's talk about Allen's dual threat nature. His ability to not only pass, but to run, averaging over 500 rushing yards a season since 2020, adds an extra layer to his game. It's like he's a bonus player every down.
Right. I get that. But then you look at the details. Mahomes carries a career passer rating of 105.7 compared to Allen's 90.4. And his touchdown to interception ratio in the playoffs is 4.5.1 against Allen's 2.5.1. Precision matters in big games.
Yeah, I understand your point. Yet Allen's physicality creates a whole different challenge for defenses. I mean, he's rushed for 38 touchdowns in his career compared to Mahomes' 12. That dual threat capability just makes him, um, darned hard to defend.
Mm-hmm. True. But let's examine supporting casts. Mahomes has thrived with, elite teammates like Travis Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, and still put up amazing numbers even when, say, Hill was out in 2023 and he led his team to a Super Bowl win. This stability is key.
Certainly, I respect that. But Allen's been working with a revolving door of coordinators and, less star studded receivers. Yet, he still led the league in total touchdowns with 45 in 2024, compared to Mahomes' 38. Isn't that impressive resilience on his part?
Uh huh. Sure, resilience is impressive, but consistency in critical moments makes the difference. Mahomes remains undefeated in playoffs against Allen, boasting a 3-0 record, including 2 AFC championship wins. Wins in high pressure
Yeah,
scenarios are um, what define greatness.
I see what you're saying, but let's delve into the numbers a bit more. In terms of, um, raw athleticism, Allen's had 15 rushing touchdowns in 2024, the highest by any quarterback that season. Versatility, as a quality, shows up in his game, providing him with an edge in short yardage situations.
Hmm. Versatility is valuable, no doubt, but it comes with risks. Allen's running style can be a double edged sword. It's more reckless, leading to higher interception rates and increased injury risk. His interceptions, sitting at 1.9% versus Mahomes' 1.4%, indicate that sometimes his risk taking backfires.
Right, I get that point, but allow me to challenge it a bit. Allen's playing style is dynamic, and, um, his slight dip in completion percentage under pressure, 55% compared to Mahomes' 62%, can also be seen as a trade off for his explosive, game changing ability with his legs. Isn't a dual threat sometimes worth the extra risk?
Yeah, I appreciate that perspective. Yet when you talk about finishing games, Mahomes has this uncanny ability to remain composed. His touchdown to interception ratio in the playoffs, which is nearly double that of Allen's, is a testament to his clutch performance when it matters most.
Mm hmm. That's a fair point. However, let's not forget that Allen's trends indicate steady improvement. His passer rating has been climbing each year, and his turnover rate has dropped from 3.1% back in 2020 to 1.8% in 2024. With these numbers, he's becoming more efficient while still keeping that powerful play style.
Yeah, I see it. And um, it's interesting how even support staff plays a role. Mahomes' consistency is partly due to a stable offensive system with Reed at the helm. Meanwhile, Allen has had to adapt to multiple systems, which sometimes disrupts his flow. Plus, his team's playoff performances, losing every AFC championship, are a concern.
Mm-hmm. True. But one could argue that Allen's been carrying more of the burden. For instance, in 2024, he accounted for 85% of the Bills' offensive yards compared to Mahomes' 75% for the Chiefs. That kind of workload shows his exceptional impact on the field.
Right. Absolutely. Carrying a heavier load is commendable, but then again, game outcomes ultimately reflect leadership and execution. Mahomes has engineered 7 game-winning drives in playoff contexts, including 2 in Super Bowls. Those clutch moments really underscore his game management excellence.
I won't argue with clutch performance, but Allen also plays with tremendous heart. His ability to extend plays with his legs turns potential negative plays into opportunities for big gains. And in designed runs and red zone efficiency, he consistently puts up high numbers. Isn't that a critical part of being a complete quarterback?
It is. But let's look at the red zone statistics. Mahomes boasts a 70% touchdown rate inside the 20, compared to Allen's 65%. And then there's Mahomes' flamboyant creativity, those no-look passes and sidearm throws that revolutionize quarterback play. That kind of innovation isn't easily matched. Lee.
Innovation is cool and all, but results are what matter. Allen's led the Bills to 4 straight division titles, and his highest fourth-quarter passer rating in the league since 2022 is a mark of his effectiveness in critical moments. Plus, his physical stature at 6'5" and 240 pounds makes him particularly durable on the field.
I won't downplay his physicality, but durability comes in many forms. Mahomes has battled injuries and still delivered in clutch moments. The 2022 AFC Championship with a high ankle sprain is a case in point. On the other hand, Allen has had to miss games due to shoulder and knee issues, which can be a concerning long-term factor.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. Yet Allen has demonstrated adaptability by reducing his rushing attempts over the years while still keeping his play impact high. And remember, at 28, he's just entering his prime, which means he's got a lot of time to solidify his legacy.
I agree. The youth factor is intriguing. But let's circle back to game management. Mahomes' ability to manage pressure, avoid sacks, only taken 20 in 2024 compared to Allen's 28, and execute at a 70% completion rate on the move really emphasizes his precision amid chaos.
Yeah, on that note though, Allen's mobility isn't only about scrambling, right? His designed runs and incredible red zone rushing capability with triple-digit touchdown seasons on the ground show that he can be a threat in multiple aspects of the game. That, to me, makes him uniquely versatile. Right. I get that. But Allen's numbers in high-pressure playoff games shouldn't be dismissed. In one of the playoff rounds, he threw for 329 yards and 4 touchdowns, even though a late field goal cost his team the win. It shows that his performance level is certainly there when needed.
Yeah, it does. Yet quarterbacks are ultimately judged by wins. Mahomes' 3 Super Bowl rings and 2 Super Bowl MVPs speak volumes about his final product. And let's not forget his efficiency on game-winning drives. He's got 7 in the playoffs. That's not something just any talented quarterback can boast about.
I understand your argument, but Allen is on a sharp upward trajectory. His turnover rate dropped significantly from 3.1% to 1.8%. And if he secures a Super Bowl win soon, the narrative could completely flip. It shows that, despite some risks, his overall growth is impressive.
Yeah, certainly his trajectory is promising. However, when it comes to the big stage, history counts. Mahomes already stands as a first ballot Hall of Famer in many eyes, largely due to his playoff success. And his knack for delivering when it truly counts.
Mm-hmm. And yet, if you look at Allen's raw numbers, like carrying 85% of the Bills' offensive yards in 2024 versus Mahomes' 75% for the Chiefs, you see a quarterback who's doing more with comparatively less. His rugged play style and physical gifts are what make him, in many ways, a more dynamic player.
Yeah, dynamic indeed, but efficiency and clutch performance are essential in the NFL. Mahomes' higher completion rates, lower interception percentages, and his mastery in reading defenses place him in a different league when it comes to high
Mm-hmm.
pressure game management.
I hear you, but don't you think that a quarterback with the ability to break plays with his legs offers a modern twist on the game? Allen's athleticism not only creates opportunities, but makes defenses second guess their strategies. Isn't innovation in play calling and style just as important as traditional accuracy?
Yeah. Innovation is cool, yes. But I still believe that the precision of avoiding mistakes, like avoiding sacks, only 20 compared to 28, and precise throws, whether under pressure or on the move, drives the ultimate outcome. Mahomes clearly exemplifies that balance, which has led to consistent playoff success.
Mm-hmm. While I admire that, I think we should factor in the evolving style of play. Allen's adjusted his game over time. He's reducing unnecessary risks and refining his decision making. With his raw arm and dual threat abilities, many expect he might soon catch up or even surpass Mahomes in
Yeah,
certain metrics.
possibly. But as of now, the evidence supports Mahomes' position. His playoff performance, 3-0 record against Allen, along with higher touchdown to interception ratios and more efficient red zone production, gives him the clear edge in high stakes scenarios.
Mm-hmm. I respect that argument. Yet, consider the broader picture. Allen's been leading his team to division titles consistently, and his game changing runs, especially in short yardage situations, make him a unique threat. That raw power and the extra dimension he offers defenders can, in many ways, tip the scales in an ever evolving NFL.
Yeah, numbers don't lie though. Mahomes' consistency, accuracy, and ability to elevate his teammates, even when faced with challenges like losing key receivers mid-season, are unmatched. His performance, even in downturns, where he still led the Chiefs to major wins, speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm. That's a compelling point, and I respect the track record. Still, if Allen clinches that Super Bowl win soon, it might redefine his legacy. His passing yards, touchdown efficiency, and physical presence on the field remind us how dynamic he can be, especially when he carries 85% of his team's
Yeah,
offensive production.
absolutely. Timing will tell. But for now, Mahomes' blend of surgical precision, smart play calling, and proven big play performances, like his 7 game-winning drives in the playoffs, make him the better quarterback in this head-to-head debate for many.
Mm-hmm. I can see that argument, yet I maintain that Allen's physical prowess, dual threat capability, and ever improving efficiency offer him a unique advantage that could, in the coming years, allow him to overtake even the seemingly untouchable Mahomes.
Yeah. So, I guess we're at that classic crossroads. One man's surgical precision versus the other's raw, explosive power. It's a debate rich with stats, style, and the magic of high pressure competition.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And as both quarterbacks continue to evolve, each game, each playoff battle, only adds layers to their legacies. This debate isn't over. If anything, it's just heating up as the seasons progress.
Yeah, right, because football, much like life, is all about adapting and overcoming. Mahomes' experience and consistency have set the bar high, but Allen's dynamic style is everything you'd expect from the next generation of QBs.
Mm-hmm. And that's why every matchup, every playoff encounter, becomes this epic showdown that fans and analysts eagerly await. Ultimately, both styles have their merits, and the field itself is the true judge of these contrasting
Yeah,
approaches.
well said. It seems our debate may remain unresolved for now, leaving room for future playoff showdowns to finally tip the balance. Till then, these stats and our differing perspectives ensure that the conversation will continue to be as
Mm-hmm.
exciting as the game itself.
Absolutely. It's been a lively discussion, and I'm sure our next face-off on the field will only add more fuel to this ongoing rivalry debate. Thanks for diving into this deep analysis today.
Yeah, thank you. And to all the listeners, keep watching those replays. We're in for an epic season as both of these incredible quarterbacks continue to push the limits of what it means to be a true game changer.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Until next time, keep debating, keep cheering, and keep appreciating the brilliance of the game. Cheers.